With the new Christmas update inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies, the new mode allows you to grind XP extremely easy. The List Keeper's Challenge basically deletes all Oscars inside of the game and allows you to play Astra Malorum with a lot of advantages, but also without ever having to deal with them, making it very, very easy to grind XP. In today's video, I show you guys the best strategy to use to maximize your XP earning rates inside of this game. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. All new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP. Check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code SPAZO to save 5% off for a limited time only. So the List Keeper's Challenge mode inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies makes XP and grinding high rounds so easy. How does this make it easy, Spazo? Well, for starters, you start out with 5,000 essence and 1,000 salvage. You also already have the power on when you first load up your match, and Oscar isn't a thing in this mode, so it's just you and zombies. And that's completely it. But the power being on allows you for easy access to your perks, easy get to Pack-a-Punch, and obviously using some of the best strategies on this map, allowing to go to high rounds, which is so easy to do. We're gonna go ahead and pop this Perkaholic real quick, that way we can get some of our perks. There we go. And we already have 6,000 essence, so we can pretty much just open up this door right here. We can go prone at Speed Cola, and then we can head all the way to Pack-a-Punch right now and just go ahead and get this bow packed. That way, we can just go ahead and start farming through these rounds ASAP. We also can go get uncommon rarity on our crossbow since we already started with 1,000 salvage, which is genuinely so freaking cool. I think that'd be a cool way for like a super Easter egg. I always thought, you know, super Easter eggs in Black Ops 7 or Black Ops 6, we should start with whatever gun, at least legendary. That would be pretty cool, right? I think that'd be a pretty sweet super Easter egg reward, but we could also start with 5,000 salvage, right, as an extra add-on. Now, is starting with 5,000 salvage worth a whole entire super Easter egg? No. You know, obviously maybe start with legendary rarity in all your perks as a reward for completing all the Easter eggs. That would be worth it, in my opinion, but maybe not to some of you, but for me it would be. Strategy I'm going to be doing today is inside of the machina room. All we're going to do is go over inside of this room, that way where you get the brain from this guy. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to sit in this room. Now, there's a few sides you can sit on. You can sit back here and just shoot the ground right there in front of you with the crossbow. Or what you can also do is you can jump up on this desk back here in this back corner, and the zombies jump up on that far side. It kind of reminds me of the Liberty Falls bank strategy, where you'd kind of sit on the desk, but it definitely can get a little bit crazy, so you constantly got to spam your crossbow right here in this strat. Over there, it's a little bit easier because they all kind of group up and come down this lane, so you can pretty much just shoot right here as well. I would recommend running Toxic Growth, as it's going to make a bit of a difference for you, but that's obviously entirely up to you. You can run whatever field upgrade you feel comfortable with. You know, a lot of times people like using Ether Shroud, so that way if they're about to die, they can Ether Shroud. Definitely understandable, but I like run Toxic Growth and use it as least as possible, especially if you're going to go to high rounds. Don't use it as much, but with this method, you can absolutely farm the hell out of at least, say, round 30 very, very quick. Obviously, XP falls off after round 30, so it's kind of a speed run to get to round 30 to see just, you know, how much XP you can earn in such little time is pretty much the goal. Now, one thing I do want to say is if you're going to be using the crossbow to go to high rounds, I would highly recommend using the method I use whenever it comes to it. So say you shoot a bolt, right? Say you're doing a strategy. Say we're camping up on this desk right here. When you shoot one, the moment it explodes, you want to shoot another one and just basically rinse and repeat that. That way you kind of always are killing those zombies nearby and you're not taking a ton of damage. If you wait too long, then it's just you're going to take damage to zombies. And I'm not saying you'll die, but, you know, they'll hit you before you end up actually exploding them and killing them, etc., etc. So you're going to go through a lot of arrows with this strategy, but there is a ammo thing literally right next to us over there. Plus, with Vulture, we can get ammo dropped to us and arrows, so it makes it a little bit easier for us, I would say. It definitely isn't too hard. You can stay in here the entire game, especially once you have your perks and once you have triple pack and all that stuff. It can become fairly simple. It isn't really too bad at all. I'm using these point turrets. That way, we can also kill extra zombies with those. It's really whatever you want to do inside of your game. But I would recommend using this combo, as it's just very, very easy to go through these rounds right now. And yeah, not having to deal with Oscar is such a massive change. It might not seem like a big change, but when you're actually playing and killing the zombies and grinding, It is so nice because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about getting him unaggroed onto you. None of that. You can literally just chill and farm XP, camos, whatever it is you really want to do. We can just keep shooting this crossbow. Got a few more zombies right over here. Okay, we do have enough to go double pack. I might as well just go do that real quick. That way we can come back over here and go through a lot more rounds fast. Strategy you guys can run is this one over here right in front of this actual door by the Veil Walk. Now this is pretty much by Mule Kick. The problem with this one is you're going to be frozen a lot of the time, so you definitely got to be a little bit cautious. But you also can use this if, say, you didn't want to use that other strategy I was doing in there. You know, you could sit to the left as well. Whatever you really want to do whenever you're doing the strategy, you'll kind of figure it out amongst your own. Now, you don't necessarily need toxic growth for this to work. You just got to be cautious, of course. I would recommend getting a vest as soon as possible. We are out of ammo now. But in order to get ammo, we got to go ahead and go all the way down here. So it is a good strategy. But the problem, obviously, is just ammo. But there is a fire right there. So you can pretty much, say, grab your ammo. Hop over here. You'll kind of lose that frozen stuff. Then you'll just go up this way. Right, and then just be pretty much back over here. But like I said, you could sit back here if you wanted to and just kind of spam these on the ground. The crossbow opens up so many doorways for these strategies, but it's just the mode, dude, that makes it so easy to grind. It really is incredible. There we go. We can just keep spamming. I definitely need to get a 3-play. That way I don't keep taking so much damage. There's a nuke right there. This round's pretty much over. We can snag that up. Thank you very much. Okay, we have 15,000, we got 2,375 salvage. We definitely should get blue rarity soon. But we can just pretty much spam this out there at that corner of that stair. Zombie, leave me alone. We can reload and just keep putting it out there. Obviously, we got Wisp T killing some of these zombies, which is super nice. There's an insta-kill. We could pick up one of these other guns on the grounds. What do we got? We got this pistol. We'll just use it. There is a naughty or night. Oh, it was naughty. Okay. So we're going to open this door because I want to do the other strategy. I feel like that one's good, but it's not as safe in my opinion. Being in here is a lot safer, obviously, because you can buy ammo so soon. You don't have to worry about being frozen, etc., right? So we can purchase that. So we can spam these on the floor. Is it a Ravager round? It must be. That's why there's so many. Or it might just be from Naughty. Whatever. So we almost have enough to get epic rarity, which we don't even have blue. Jeesh, I thought we already had blue rarity. That's how much damage you deal with the crossbow. There we go. A little bit of extra ammo as well from that Ravager. But we're slowly saving up for that triple pack. Now it is a Ravager round, which should be fairly easy to get through. Won't be too bad. Let me see. We can just spam these right here. No big deal. Once we get a 3-plate, we'll barely take any damage up here. There is one eating loot down there. We got a bolt to buy him. There we go. Round should pretty much be over soon. We got another one coming in. Adios, amigo. There we go. Okay, now we're pretty much just saving up and stacking up for triple pack, as well as epic rarity and legendary rarity. But with the crossbow, we don't even really need that. Now, obviously, you can take this for super high rounds, but if you're trying to just do, say, rounds 1s to 30 runs for the maximum XP, then you really don't even need to get maxed out with this gun to get there. We'll see. We'll see just how easy it can actually be. Okay, we're finally set up now in order to actually burn through these rounds without having to worry about going down because we didn't have a vest carrier or any of that nonsense. Now again, I'm just going to sit here and just spam my arrows onto this table. Whenever I run out, I'm just going to go ahead and go over there and buy some like 10 feet to my right, which is just going to allow us to easily get these kills. Very, very easy farm, especially in this mode. There's a new weapon level. I'll take it. We can just keep spamming. Now, obviously, we're going to go through a lot of arrows, but we have nothing else to spend our essence on ever anymore in this game. So that's literally perfectly fine. Plus, with Vulture's Aid, we're getting arrows dropped, like right there, which is always nice, right? So you don't always need to go buy ammo. Sometimes you'll just have it given to you. And there we go. Okay, we can start this next round. I would recommend, though, whenever you have the salvage after your legendary, after you're maxed out, to maybe purchase some Casimirs just to kind of help you out a little bit. What I can always do is we can place that right there. Since we have it, it'll last there for a while. Here's a decoy. That's huge. That, or a Casimir, is huge. There we go. We can explode that. Decoy over there. Bam, grab some more ammo, and we're right back over here. What is this? Nice, sweet. Bam, kill all those guys, and we can just keep farming this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. At this point in the game, you should be making a profit every round. You know, if you have to buy ammo once a round, you should be getting a little bit more than 5k essence a round. So, it's always pretty nice, right? You're always kind of staying up with it all. Here's the end of the round, pretty much. We can just shoot this a little bit here on the floor. These last few zombies are always so delayed in this game. What do we got? So we got an ammo mod. Fireworks. Ooh, that's huge. It really is. Legendary. I'll take napalm for sure. Napalm's super clutch in this game. Fireworks is probably better, but it is what it is. No big deal. Round 27. I'm pretty much, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with one hand on my controller right now, and the other one just chilling. I don't need both hands on my controller. That's such a nice thing about this strategy, is you can pretty much just chill and do this. You don't really have to worry too much. Again, you don't have to worry about Oscar, which is so huge if you ask me. Like, that is absolutely massive. Look at how many decoys we got laying around. I will take every single one of them. You can just keep shooting that right there. We just got a few zombies left for this round. Where's the last one? Is he... Okay, we got two who are super delayed. There we go. We can purchase ourselves some more ammo for the next round. I will take it. Okay, round 28. We are back chilling right here. We've been in this game for 22 minutes. It takes a little bit of time to get set up. Once you get set up, you are pretty much golden for a very, very long time, of course. Come on, zombies. Bring it on to the table. This should be fairly simple to just continue going throughout your game. It is definitely super duper easy to get these kills. Maybe you're trying to go for the $1 million calling card, or whatever it could be, right? Maybe you're just trying to hit Prestige Master. This definitely is going to be very, very easy to do. And you could do this with the arrow launcher in case you don't have the crossbow yet, right? But the crossbow is going to be the best way of doing it. Just my personal opinion. But again, it can be done with any of those. There we go, and there's the end of the round. We can just go ahead and purchase ourselves a little bit more ammo. It's a Ravager round, of course. We buy ammo on a Ravager round. That's like such a norm now for some reason. But yeah, we got snowballs over here, which are actually fairly good to use. For the Ravager rounds, you can pretty much sit in Toxic Growth if you wanted to. That way, you're kind of just chilling. And it pretty much just insta-kills zombies. It just makes the Ravager rounds go pretty easy. If you have Toxic Growth active. You know, you don't have to activate it just for the sake of the Ravager round. But like me, I have it active, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. Where is the max ammo? I don't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. Why is it way up here? What the heck? I don't think that should have been over there. Not gonna lie. Okay, it's round 30. We can, again, just keep it going. Every time one explodes, just shoot one directly after. It's very, very easy to keep up with. And by the time these zombies jump up here, it's just going to explode. And if it does get too hard for you, you can always turn the Rampage Inducer off, right? You don't have to have it on. But I would recommend having it on because it's just going to be quicker to get through the rounds. It's going to be quicker to earn the XP, etc., etc. Obviously, have it 3-play in case you do take a little bit of damage. You don't entirely die. I wouldn't recommend being on high rounds with a 1-play. It's pretty common zombies knowledge, but you would be surprised. So we can just keep shooting. The end of the round is near. As you guys can see, you go through these rounds very, very fast. It does not take long whatsoever to get through these. There we go. We just got a crawler left and we can go ahead and buy more arrows. I will take it. And we are now on round 31. Very, very simple to do. It's a fairly easy strategy for anybody to do inside of the new List Keepers game mode inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. I am out. Have a good one. Peace.